Welcome back. Today we're going to take a very brief look at Truthear's Hola. So here it is up close, and I have to admit I actually like the build quality. I like how the shells are almost weightless, and I like the matte black. I think the 3D printing technique that they use actually makes attractive shells, and definitely at the right price. This one is what, $18. Cable is sort of a throwback to older style cables, which used to have this black rubbery cable to it. But I actually like it. It's nice and on the thicker side. It feels good, but it's just a bit sticky. Box is kind of okay. You also get this tip card, which is quite nice as well. So lots and lots of tips. So let's kind of jump into it. And lots and lots of sets in the recent months have focused on this style tuning, right? Call it the aria tuning, call it the Harman tuning. It's pretty much variations on that. So on this one, I wouldn't focus too much on the bass, and it looks like there's a bit less bass here, but what really happened is they relaxed aria sound. And if you're very familiar with modding your own sets or putting things on the nozzle, you'll sort of recognize this move right here. And what it really sounds like is an over-dampened aria. So this is very relaxed to the point where it's a bit dark, and it carries through all the way into the treble. And the treble tends to, because this is down a bit, the treble tends to sound like it's struggling to get over this bit. So where aria was in very nice balance, this one relaxed this bit, so you don't get as much treble. This effectively sounds a little bassier than it is. And every time you hear the bass, this part really struggles to get over it. And this part doesn't really add any detail because it's relaxed as well. It just sounds over dampened and dark. And so who should buy that? People who, I think Hola essentially bookends the recent sets where C2 was maybe the brightest one from Tin Hi-Fi. Hola is at the other end of the spectrum. It's the darkest one. So people will prefer that. People who are treble sensitive, people who like to turn up their sets to, volume 11, they will probably get a kick out of Hola because this part is down quite a bit, but when you turn it up, it'll sound a lot better. So that's, at least one group who should buy it. For me, I'd say focus on the sets in the middle, the C3s and the cadenzas and the Warner by Tangzu. I think all of those do a better job at maintaining balance without, having to struggle with the treble over here. So that is what I got on Hola. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.